What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. They say what pisses you off hints of what's important to you in your value system, what you might be passionate about, which means I might be passionate about a lot of things because a lot of things piss me off. Like today's topic. You know what really grinds my gears? When there is visible work to be done, it's obvious, but people wait for an invitation or insistence, maybe even the indication that there is work to be done all around them that they have become numb to or blind to. When someone needs help, when something needs help, you don't have to be designated in charge to do something about it. It's quite simple. Just ask yourself when you see something, ask, can you do something? And if you can, then do something. Unless someone is running over at that exact second to do that thing, or it would be clearly stepping on someone else's toes by doing it. The right choice almost always is to lift the load, to just do something about it. I have a very funny, domestic, and clear example of where I've seen this play out. Within a household, within families. Often where, because of divided roles, people become numb to the things that someone else is in charge of. It's a story about an onion peel. My house in India got cleaned and mopped daily, almost like sprayed down with water. We had a housekeeper who would manage the cleaning, and along with some of the cooking, he would help my mother with. The kitchen was directly across the living room, separated by a long hallway in the middle of it. Every day, during dinner time, my mother would sit at the dining table, and a housekeeper would run back and forth across to the kitchen to bring her fresh bread or roti or just a dish off the stove. And almost on a weekly basis, between this path and the hallway that connected the kitchen and the living room, there would be a small little flake or a piece of an onion peel that you could see visibly because of the backdrop against the tile on the floor. Just flying back and forth, this onion peel. Person walks from the left to the right, it catches wind, moves a little. My father would usually be taking a walk in the hallway, so it's going up and down now because someone's walking back and forth. And only after a few times of me walking by it would my brain register it as something that I can do something about myself, and then I would pick it up and throw it out. And this happened very often, given onions are used daily. Now, there were always several thoughts that went through my head when this happened. Am I the only one that sees this damn thing? There's no way. This housekeeper keeps walking back and forth in front of it 20 times during dinner. He has to see it. Why doesn't he just pick it up? Does he not register it? Does he not think it's his responsibility? Does he think he'll just clean it up tomorrow when the whole house gets cleaned? Does he just think it's not a big deal and expects the house standard to be low enough to have garbage lying on the floor half the time? On top of it, if I point it out for him to do, then he will pick it up cheerfully without any issue. So was it just something he didn't think he had to do until someone invited him to do his own job? At what point do you take responsibility for maintaining the state of something and not the individual tasks that you were assigned every day? Meaning, what you are really tasked with is the taking on the responsibility, not the individual things that you do to make up that whole responsibility. If your job is to maintain a clean state of something, a clean house, and under that umbrella then comes everything that gets in the way of it, and then everything that comes in the way of it becomes a task. Whether that's a spill or an onion peel, you restore it back to a clean state. And I hope you've gathered that my point is much larger than the onion peel. In your job, your business, your relationship, we too often get used to the routine in the role that we are performing, and we start to go through the motions, and we forget that when we truly take responsibility for something, for someone, what we do to maintain the health of that thing is constantly evolving. The tasks constantly change. It isn't necessarily same day to day. And things may pop up and beg to be noticed as they disturb and upset the state of being that which we are responsible to maintain. And it's our job to notice that and to not wait for it to pile up, to not expect for it to be pointed out, to not wait for an invitation, to have a radar to fight the decay and disarray that can easily creep in, to stay on its heels, to pick up the peels. If you're honest and look around, you will see a lot of unfinished business. Things that need to be done, things piling up, things that need to be put away, discarded, organized, managed. Don't wait for an invite. Just get to it. I love you, family. Stay true always. I'll see you on the next show.